Have you ever truly examined your hands, not merely to assess their strength, elegance, or expressiveness, but to attune yourself to their subtleties? Those individuals, what if the configuration of your fingers encompassed more than mere genetic data? What if they conveyed a subtle message, a quiet signal from the essence of your being? A trace of something your intellect has overlooked, yet your body continues to recall? Today, we delve into the implications of having a longer ring finger compared to your index finger, not solely from a biological or psychological perspective, but through the prism of ancient traditions that regarded the human form as a sacred map. According to these teachings, nothing within your physical existence is arbitrary, not your scars, your instincts, or even the contours of your hands. Before we embark on this exploration, ensure you subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community for early access to videos like this one, along with profound insights on spiritual and personal development. Now, let us commence the journey of uncovering what your hands may have been attempting to communicate all along. The souls marked throughout Eastern spiritual traditions, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, the human body is perceived not merely as a conglomeration of organs and tissues, but rather as a dynamic map imbued with intention, memory, and karmic history. The ring finger, in particular, has been regarded as more than merely a location for a wedding band. It serves as a spiritual antenna, a conduit for profound truths. When this finger exceeds the length of the index, ancient mystics posited that it was not a mere coincidence, but rather a marker of the soul, a sign that the individual has returned to this existence bearing unresolved matters from a previous life. This could signify a vow made in a past existence, an unfulfilled act of compassion, or a commitment of service that the soul has chosen to honor once more. Such beliefs are not products of mere fantasy. They stem from centuries of symbolic observation, wherein healers, monks, and teachers meticulously examined not only behavior, but also proportion, symmetry, and subtle imbalances. The elongated ring finger emerged as a subtle, yet unmistakable indication of spiritual continuity. If you possess this trait, you may not merely be navigating this life. You may be continuing a journey from another time. The intersection of science and symbolism reveals a profound complexity, as contemporary research contributes an additional dimension to what spiritual traditions articulate as the karmic imprint. The study investigates the second to fourth digit ratio, which analyzes the relative lengths of the index finger, 2D, and the ring finger, 4D. Research in developmental biology and behavioral psychology indicates that a longer ring finger correlates with increased testosterone exposure in utero, which is associated with traits such as confidence, risk-taking, and spatial intelligence. However, despite this wealth of data, science remains inadequate in elucidating the underlying reasons. What accounts for the presence of this trait in some individuals alongside remarkable levels of empathy, self-sacrifice, or quiet resilience? Ancient wisdom suggests that what biology refers to as hormonal influence may be interpreted by the soul as preparation. It is possible that what we perceive as personality is frequently karma-veiled, representing a continuation of energetic patterns and lessons that persist within the body. Furthermore, the body, formed in the womb yet shaped by the soul, serves as the canvas where the realms of science and spirit converge. Karmic lives individuals bearing this sign frequently navigate existences that seem distinct, profound, and at times burdensome, yet are abundant in unseen significance. They may not always be the most vocal, the most acknowledged, or the most celebrated, but they often opt for integrity in moments of solitude and extend assistance without the anticipation of recognition. These traits are not arbitrary within karmic philosophy. Rather, they signify a soul's return to address unfinished business. The presence of a longer ring finger indicates individuals who may bear an intrinsic commitment to elevate others, to conclude past cycles, and to serve quietly. While they may face challenges, life frequently positions invisible guardians along their journey. Individuals or occurrences that restore equilibrium resonate with the goodness they once provided, often without awareness that their narrative unfolds not through grandiose actions, but through nuanced choices. They embody honesty rather than silence, and kindness in moments when detachment might seem preferable. If you have ever sensed this gentle urging to act rightly, even at a personal cost, it may be that your spirit is recalling a commitment made long ago. Before we proceed, if this video has illuminated your perspective, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. Additionally, if you wish to support this type of thoughtful content, you may click the thanks button below. Your engagement genuinely contributes to our collective journey. Now, let us continue. Body memory. One may not recall the precise instance when the soul committed itself, yet the body may retain that memory. Through the lenses of neuroscience and trauma healing, we are discovering that the body archives what the mind allows to fade, encompassing not merely suffering, but also recurring patterns. It is not solely emotion, but also memory, the manner in which you position your hands, your responses to pressure, and even the subtle aura you exude in a space. These elements may resonate with echoes of a time that predates this existence. In this framework, an elongated ring finger transcends mere anatomy. It transforms into a symbol, a reminder, a gentle murmur from your essence, suggesting that you have traversed this path previously, not to relive history, but to complete what was initiated. Individuals possessing this marker frequently experience emotions with greater intensity and find themselves attracted to tranquility. Transparency restoration, not due to instruction, but rather because their essence recalls the challenges of existence. They embody strength. They are not designed for chaos, but for significance. To navigate life with this consciousness is to engage with the world in a manner that reflects humility, interacting not merely with objects, but with a sense of remembrance. After all, hands are often the initial agents of action, yet they can also be the foremost vessels of memory. The reasons behind your return. Certain lives are not destined for ease. Rather, they are intended to be profound. Individuals who exhibit the nuanced indication of an elongated ring finger frequently discover that their journey diverges from a norm. It transcends mere acknowledgement or achievement in a societal context. It pertains to the concepts of completion, healing, and remembrance. If you have ever sensed that life has posed challenges to you more profoundly than to others, through loss, betrayal, or silence, it may be indicative of your selection of a more profound path. This path transcends mere experience, delving into the realm of closure. Individuals marked by this particular trait are thought to carry forth karmic agreements and unfulfilled promises established long before their existence, resonating through the corridors of time. While these memories may not reside within your conscious awareness, they manifest in your instincts during those moments of quiet clarity, and in that intrinsic understanding that arises not from acquisition of knowledge, but from the act of remembering. You may find yourself perplexed by the depth of your emotions or the impetus to act in solitude, unnoticed by others. Yet, your essence comprehends the decisions you make in isolation, the truths you articulate when silence is the easier option, and the compassion you extend even when it goes unreciprocated. These are not mere coincidences. They represent deliberate acts of return. Each time you opt for integrity over comfort, humility over pride, and kindness over indifference, you are engaging in a profound dialogue with your own essence. You may accomplish something that isn't necessarily apparent, yet holds significant meaning, something that resonates solely with your inner self. Thus, if your ring finger is longer, let it serve as a reminder that your purpose isn't to validate yourself. Rather, it's to reconnect with your true essence and the reasons for your return. Should this message evoke a profound response within you, do not dismiss it. It could very well be your inner self recalling its purpose. We invite you to express your reflections in the comments section. consider subscribing to Mental Dose and sharing this with individuals who may find it beneficial as well.